Okay, our next construction is the construction of an isosceles triangle. Please remember that an isosceles triangle is a triangle with two congruent sides and a base. So, using line segment to construct an isosceles triangle, we have our base length here, we have our side length here, okay? And as you look at our example, down here we have our base and our side. So we're going to take our protractor and we are going to determine the length of our base by measuring it. By measuring it, you pinch your slider and you match up one end point of your line segment with the other end point of your line segment. And now we have our base. So we're going to go down here and we're going to line up with our left end point. And now I'm going to make just a little mark for our right end point. Kind of like when you copied that line segment, copy of a line segment. So this is our base. So let's make that point A, let's make that point B. And now we're going to, go and we're going to draw the length of the side. So we have to measure the length of our side. So move our slider so that one end point is one end of the protractor. The other end point is your space right there. So now we have measured the length. I'm going to come back down to A, put our end point on A, and now we're going to bring and do an arc top. Okay, and likewise, I'm going to turn my paper. We're going to do the exact same thing from our endpoint B, keeping the same distance. Another arc, kind of like when we did our perpendicular lines. And then this turns into point C. And then we draw our line segment that connects point A with point C. Point B with point C. And then we make the mark of our isosceles triangle. Okay, let's try it again, and I'll do a little bit more of a description. So the first thing you want to do is you want to, using the compass, find the length of the base and copy it to the line segment below at point A. Mark new. So point A, we're going to measure our base with our slider. We have one end point on the protractor, one end point over here. Bring it down and mark point B. So here is point B. And it says, draw an arc the length of the side at point A above the reference. Okay, so we are going to measure the length of the sides of our isosceles triangle. We have our point there and our point there, so that is the length. We're going to go to point A, and we're going to make an arc, or the X above. And then we are going to rotate our paper. We are doing the same thing from point B, measuring the side length arc. That gives us our X, and that gives us our point C. Okay, now we are going to connect point A with point C. Point B with point C. And notice that we have something that looks like an isosceles triangle, where this side and this side are congruent. And the way that you would write that these are congruent is you would say AC, line segment AC, is congruent to line segment BC. Okay, likewise over here. Line segment AC is congruent to line segment BC. And that is how you construct an isosceles triangle. Have a great day.